Edifier R1700BTs, Edifier M601DB, or Edifier MR5. These three are not really rivals doing the same job. The R1700BTs is the lean desk all-arounder, the M601DB brings a subwoofer for movie nights, and the MR5 leans studio with serious inputs. Pick the wrong one for your room and your main use, and you either overpay or end up wishing you had more. Let's break it down.
Sound. The MR5 plays in a different league here, and you can tell from how it's built. Three-way active design, separate amplification per driver, and a tuning that aims for accuracy instead of flattery. Vocals sit forward, instruments have space, and you stop hearing a speaker and start hearing what's actually in the mix. The R1700BTs takes a different route. It's warmer, livelier, slightly colored toward fun. For most people listening to Spotify while working or watching a movie on a Tuesday night, that's actually more enjoyable than strict neutrality. The M601DB is the most home theater of the three. Big, full, dialogue forward. But expert reviews are pretty consistent on this. The highs feel a touch dull, and the bass dominates the picture. For movies, that's a feature. For acoustic music, or anything where treble detail matters, it's a trade-off. For me, the MR5 wins on pure clarity and separation. The R1700BTs wins on fun factor for the price. The M601DB wins when you're watching something with explosions in it.
Now, bass. This is where the whole decision can flip. The M601DB ships with an 8-inch wireless subwoofer, and that changes the experience completely. You feel the low end in your chest, not just hear it. Movies and bass-heavy music genuinely benefit. The R1700BTs has 4-inch woofers, and that's the limit. There's an opinion floating around from someone who paired it with the matching T5 sub and described the sound as becoming three-dimensional and room-filling, which lines up with what most owners report. On its own, the bass is tight and clean, but doesn't go deep. The sub-out saves it though, because you can add a subwoofer later when budget allows. The MR5 is the interesting one. No subwoofer, no sub-out, but the 5-inch woofer plus tri-amped design pulls cleaner low end than you'd expect from a 2.0 setup. Reviewers do note the roll-off below around 50 Hz is real, so if you want sub-bass rumble, this isn't the move.
Real talk. If movies and games are your main thing, the M601DB delivers complete out of the box. If you want the option to grow into a 2.1 system later, the R1700BTs is set up for that. If you want clean, controlled bass without adding hardware, the MR5 handles it.
Connectivity. The MR5 is built for people who actually have gear. XLR, TRS, RCA, aux, a front 3.5mm headphone jack, Bluetooth with LDAC support. If you have an audio interface, a mixer, an instrument, or you're plugging into a DAC, this is the only one that speaks your language. The M601DB is the TV and media champion. Optical, coaxial, RCA, aux, plus Bluetooth 5.1 with aptX 5. That optical input matters more than people realize when you're hooking up to a TV or console without lip sync issues. The R1700BTs keeps it simple. Bluetooth with aptX HD, dual RCA, sub-out. For a phone, a computer, and a turntable, that's enough. But if you wanted optical for a TV setup, you'd need a converter.
On size, the M1601DB is the biggest commitment because of that 8-inch sub on the floor. The MR5 is the most compact and desk-friendly of the three. The R1700BTs sits in between, tall enough to need real shelf space, but no extra floor unit. Setup. The MR5 has the Connects app for room compensation and EQ profiles, plus 3 voicing modes you switch with the front knob. The M601DB gives you a remote and easy input cycling. The R1700BTs is the most plug-and-play of the three, with side knobs and a basic remote. None of them are difficult, but the MR5 is the only one rewarding you for tinkering, and the R1700BTs remote does feel a bit cheap, based on what owners consistently mention. Price and value. These three sit in different brackets and offer different things for the money. The R1700BTs is the most affordable and frequently goes on sale, which makes its value proposition even stronger as a 2.0 starter. The M601DB asks more, but you're getting a full 2.1 system with a real subwoofer included, which is hard to match elsewhere at that level. The MR5 sits in a similar range to the M601DB, slightly under depending on the day. And what you're paying for is accuracy, modern Bluetooth, app tuning, and pro-grade inputs. Different value, different buyer. Stance. There's no single winner here, and I won't fake one. These three are built for different lives, and the content makes that obvious. The MR5 wins on clarity. The M601DB wins on movie punch. The R1700BTs wins on fun factor value. If you want a lean desk all-rounder for music and casual movies, the R1700BTs is the call. If movie nights and bass in your chest matter most, the M601DB delivers complete out of the box. And if you're a creator plugging in real gear and chasing accuracy, the MR5 is the only one that speaks your language. The R1700BTs tends to drop the most in sales. Worth watching. And you? Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links below in the description.